transparency, citizen! While the governments hide behind their epistemic walls, the Cassandra of Montevideo is on the prowl! Down in Argentina, they build a tiny brick wall, while the Chronus Mafia strikes, taking 8 million in the hole. The state just smiles and says,
welcome to the 2026 LATAM Cyber-Circus. Meet Alberto Daniel Hill, the Cassandra of Montevideo. He's a cyber crusader armed with radical transparency, predicting massive cyber attacks while governments ignore the warnings. The cast includes Alberto Daniel Hill, the Digital Dissident and meta-analyst. The villains are the Chronus Mafia and Lampoons, highly organized digital thieves, the real punchlines. The bumbling authorities relying on a protocol of silence. Episode 1 is Argentina's digital hurricane. In March 2026, the Chronos Team launched a bifurcated threat, exfiltrating 140 gigabytes of data. The state ignored global expertise and prioritized public optics, while 8 million records were stolen. Episode 2, the Great Uruguayan Scapegoat. The La Pampa Leaks breach exposed 8 gigabytes of APIs and biometrics. Instead of revoking digital certificates, the government blamed an 18-year-old kid named Vladdy. Hill provided live forensic refutations. Episode 3 is Mexico's B-Crime. In April 2026, a top cybersecurity firm was
welcome citizens to today's thrilling explainer. Holy radical transparency. We're diving headfirst into a massive, multi-country cybersecurity battle unfolding right now across Latin America. It's the ultimate showdown, an independent intelligence analyst versus bumbling state authorities trying desperately to sweep catastrophic data leaks under the rug. Here is a riddle for you. What on earth happens when the very institutions tasked with guarding your most sensitive, secret digital life are the exact same ones trying to hide the fact that it's already been stolen? Zonk! When the official channels go completely silent just to save face, we need an independent hero to bring us the absolute truth. Behold our narrative anchor, straight from an elite intelligence dossier, Alberto Daniel Hill, the Cassandra of Montevideo. Operating from the shadows of his Cybermidnight Club platform, Hill champions radical transparency. While governments hit the snooze button, our digital watchdog monitors the deepest underground channels to identify cyber threats before they even hit the news. But every hero needs an antagonist, and ours is a strategy of pure institutional cowardice, the protocol of silence. That's right, when a cyber breach hits, authorities deploy absolute muteness and narrative minimization just to protect their own reputations. Forget warning the public. For them, it's all about optics, the absolute nerve. Section 1, Argentina's digital hurricane. Let's look at the timeline. Day 1, March 19th, 2026. Hill intercepts Shatter in the cyber underground and issues a threat intelligence flash predicting a massive breach. 11 days later, bam! The Chronus Mafia strikes exactly as predicted. By May, these villains are sending direct communiques to Hill himself, proving our independent watchdog is the ultimate intermediary. 8 million! That's right, 8 million records yanked straight out of 28 different Argentine government agencies. We're talking highly sensitive health, education, and national security data, all completely compromised in one devastating swoop. YOINK! This diabolical attack had 2 layers. First, the sniper layer, a rapid 140 gigabyte dump of technical exfiltration targeting hopelessly outdated systems. Second, the swarm layer, pure psychological warfare with public countdowns and humiliation rituals. And the government's brilliant response? They frantically stacked up an epistemic wall, completely denying the severity and totally ignoring the independent experts trying to save them. Facepalm. Section 2, Uruguay's protocol of silence. Meanwhile, in Uruguay, May 2026. The national digital identity platform 2ID gets breached. The state telecom's official story? Everything is fine, we contained it instantly, no protected data was lost, and it was all the fault of a confused 18-year-old named Vladdy. But holy contradictions. The independent forensic reality exposed a massive 8 gigabytes of exfiltrated data, compromised API keys, stolen biometrics, and the involvement of the notorious hacktivist group La Pampa Leaks. Look at these documented security flaws. They literally left their API keys, the secret passwords that basically give you God mode over the entire system, sitting right there on publicly accessible servers. KAPOW. This catastrophic blunder handed the attackers absolute administrative control, bypassing every certified security module in sight. So how does this doom your upcoming national digital wallet? Let's break down pre-validation fraud. Step 1. Attackers expose the biometric validation status flags. Step 2. They flag stolen or totally fake identities as biometrically verified. Step 3. They instantly inherit legally binding, high-assurance digital signature powers without ever needing to provide a real physical fingerprint. Diabolical. And it gets worse. The bumbling state created a massive security gap by actually delaying the mass revocation of those compromised digital certificates. They prioritized keeping the system up and running over actual public safety. They basically left the digital vault door swinging wide open in the breeze for far longer than necessary. Section 3. Mexico. The hunter hunted. Cazador cazado. The hunter hunted. Oh, the profound irony of our next stop in Monterrey, Mexico. Imagine a top-tier cybersecurity firm, a company actively paid piles of cash to defend corporate infrastructure, falling completely flat on its face and becoming the victim. Enter the threat actor Dylan Marley, who casually waltzes in and snatches 53 gigabytes of B-Prime's most incredibly sensitive client penetration test reports. And the root cause? You won't believe this. This high and mighty cybersecurity fortress failed to use basic passwords. They literally didn't have multi-factor authentication on their own admin accounts and left a Meraki API completely exposed. Zop. So what does B-Prime do when caught with their pants down? They threaten journalists with defamation lawsuits. But never fear, our hero Hill drops in with an asymmetric counteroffensive. He mobilizes international digital rights groups, publishes the live forensic evidence for the whole world to see, and sends B-Prime running for the hills with their tails between their legs. WHAM! Section 4, the radical transparency era. Put it all together, citizens, and a chilling regional pattern emerges across Argentina, Uruguay, and Mexico. Look at this. In every single case, totally preventable blunders, like legacy flaws, exposed APIs, and missing multi-factor authentication, led to catastrophic breaches. And in every single case, the official institutional response was exactly the same: the protocol of silence. Denial, epistemic walls, legal intimidation. But check out this golden scorecard. By relying on unconventional monitoring and strict verification methods, our digital dissident, Alberto Daniel Hill, maintained an astonishing 90 to 100% predictive accuracy track record. Zero error isn't just a slogan, folks, it's a lifestyle. His forensic reality consistently, absolutely crushed the bumbling official narratives, proving we desperately need independent watchdogs. I leave you with this burning question, citizens. In a world where the authorities default to the protocol of silence at the very first sign of a blunder, who will you trust to tell you when your digital life is exposed? It's time to question the official narratives and demand true digital accountability. Tune in next time, because when the state tries to hide the truth, you need radical transparency to bring the noise. Thank you for joining me for this explainer.